Have you ever wondered, amidst the busyness of life, if there's a different path than the familiar ones society has laid out for us? Is there another definition of happiness, of love, of fulfillment that doesn't necessarily have to be tied to a romantic relationship? If you're at an age where friends and family are constantly asking, when are you going to have a partner, or why are you still single, then please take a moment and listen to what I have to say. I'm not here to judge anyone or to advocate for the hatred of love. Rather, I want to explore with you another perspective, a truth that you may have long suspected but haven't been brave enough to face. That sometimes being single isn't a deficiency, but a path that leads to true freedom and happiness. Especially as we move beyond youth, you may be skeptical, even uncomfortable hearing these words. But give me a chance and I promise that by the end of this article, you'll reconsider everything, maybe not fully agree, but at least you'll have a clearer understanding of yourself, of what you truly desire. And I want to say that if what I share resonates with you, if you feel in tune, please give me a like, a share with your friends, and if you want to continue exploring the hidden corners of life, please subscribe to my channel, because here we'll search for the truth together without fearing the different. 1. The shadow of love and social pressure. From when we were children, we've been brainwashed by fairy tales, romantic movies with their rosy hues, and the advice and expectations of family and society. We grow up with a deep-seated belief that romantic love is the ultimate goal, the measure of a person's worth. Those who are coupled are seen as successful and happy, while those who are single are deemed deficient, unhappy, or even flawed. This social pressure is invisible but incredibly powerful. It makes us feel that we always have to seek another half to complete ourselves, to be accepted by society. We rush into fleeting dates, trying to find someone to fill the voids in our lives without truly understanding who we are, what we want, what we need. We're caught up in a race with no clear finish line, simply because we fear being left behind. We are haunted by loneliness, by the fear that we'll never find the perfect missing piece, and so we hastily accept anyone just to have a relationship. I'm not at all against love. Love is wonderful, a valuable experience in life. But I believe that love shouldn't be a goal that we must strive to achieve at all costs. True love must come from free will, from a sincere and natural connection, not from obligation or compulsion. Society's labeling of single people as failures is an injustice, an unreasonable imposition that needs to change. We need to view being single as a choice, a way of life, and to respect the freedom of each individual. 2. The fear of loneliness and loss of freedom. The fear of loneliness is one of the main reasons why we cling to unhappy relationships. We're afraid to face emptiness, solitude, and societal judgment. We fear being abandoned, forgotten, and that we'll never find anyone to love. So we'd rather accept a bad relationship than face the fear of loneliness. We agree to be controlled, bound, and lose our freedom just to have someone by our side. But there's a sad truth we need to accept. Sometimes we feel more lonely in an unhappy relationship than when we live alone. When we can't be ourselves, when we have to wear a mask to please others, when we have to live according to the wishes of others, that's the real loneliness, a loneliness within the relationship itself. Freedom is one of the most important things in life. When we're no longer free to do what we want, when we have to live according to the wishes of others, that's the true unhappiness, and true love should never take away our freedom. True love must allow us to be ourselves, to grow, and to pursue our passions. It's not a constraint, but companionship, mutual respect, and trust. 3. Fake relationships and pretense. In modern society, many relationships are built on a foundation of pretense, of the glamorous facades we try to create to impress others. We try to play perfect roles, speak flowery words, show off achievements, and hide our flaws for fear of being rejected, of being judged. We often paint a perfect picture of ourselves on social media, gradually forgetting who we really are. We're caught in a cycle of comparison of virtual standards, and we lose authenticity in our relationships. We rush into flirtations like games, trying to win the hearts of others without truly caring about who they are, without wanting to understand their values, desires, and pains. We're only concerned with achieving the goal of getting that person without considering building a sincere and deep relationship. These relationships are often shallow, lacking depth, and easily fall apart when the facades begin to crumble, when the truth starts to emerge. Pretense is the worm that eats away at every relationship. It erodes sincerity, trust, and the real connection between people. Relationships built on pretense will never be stable and genuinely happy. True love must stem from truth, from daring to show who we really are, accepting both our own strengths and weaknesses and those of our partners. We need to learn to cherish our differences, to listen and understand, instead of trying to change others to suit our wishes. 4. Love isn't a cure-all. We often tend to believe that love can solve every problem, heal every wound in our souls, and bring us complete happiness. We believe that when we have someone to love, we'll no longer be lonely or insecure, and that life will become more meaningful. But the truth is, love isn't a magical cure-all. If we're carrying pain, insecurities, or unresolved issues, then jumping into a relationship won't solve them. In fact, it can make everything more complicated and worse. Those trying to find love to fill the voids in their lives are often disappointed because they expect too much from love, and they don't realize that true happiness must come from within. They don't realize that they need to love and accept themselves before they can love others. They're seeking validation from the outside instead of finding peace within their souls. True happiness is an inner journey, not an external destination. Love can be a part of happiness, but it's not everything. If we can't feel happy when we're alone, then we'll hardly be happy when we're with someone else. We need to learn how to love ourselves, take care of ourselves, and find meaning in our lives, whether or not we have a romantic relationship. 5. Polygamy and the pretense of fidelity. We're taught that fidelity is a virtue, a prerequisite for a happy and lasting relationship. But the truth is, in modern society, absolute fidelity is difficult to achieve and can even become a form of constraint, a pretense. We live in a world full of temptations, choices, and human desires are complex and diverse. Fidelity is sometimes just a facade, a compromise to maintain appearances, to avoid social judgment. Many people still have affairs even when in a relationship, and that deceit not only hurts their partners, but also makes the relationship rotten with no trust left. We force ourselves to be faithful but don't feel happy, and as a result we look for satisfaction outside our relationships. I'm not advocating infidelity, but I believe we need to be honest and truthful in recognizing the diversity of human emotions and desires. Forcing fidelity can make us suppress natural feelings, and that's not good for mental health. Perhaps we need to find a different approach, one that's more open, more honest about love and relationships. We need to understand that fidelity isn't the only condition for a happy relationship, but honesty and respect are more important. 6. The freedom and strength of single people. Living alone isn't a failure, but a courageous choice, a journey to discover ourselves and seek freedom. When we're no longer under the pressure of a relationship, we have the chance to delve deeper into ourselves, into what we truly want, into our passions and the goals we want to pursue. We can spend time taking care of ourselves, developing skills, learning new things, and becoming the best version of ourselves. Single people can freely pursue their passions, explore the world, choose the friends they cherish, and live as they wish. They aren't bound by the responsibilities and obligations of a relationship, and they can live a meaningful, full, and complete life. They can create value for society, contribute to their communities, and live a life without regrets. I believe single people aren't to be pitied, but are strong, brave, and dare to live true to themselves. Being single isn't a shortcoming, but a choice, a way of life that not everyone is brave enough to pursue. We need to respect diversity and shouldn't judge others based solely on their relationship status. 7. True love and natural connection. True love isn't about possession, control, or blindly sacrificing yourself, but about genuine connection, mutual respect and trust, sharing common goals, and growing together. True love is when we can be ourselves, when we can share joys and sorrows, when we can overcome difficulties together, and when we can support each other on our life and career paths. True love doesn't demand that we change ourselves, but it accepts us as we are, including our strengths and weaknesses. True love isn't a constraint, but it gives us the freedom to grow and soar, and it allows us to be ourselves within the relationship. I think we need to redefine love, and we need to change how we approach relationships. Love should be voluntary, a natural connection, mutual respect, not a duty or compulsion. We need to learn to love ourselves before loving others, and we need to build relationships based on sincerity, trust, and mutual respect. I don't want to end this article by stating that being single is best or that marriage is a mistake. I just want you to reconsider what you've heard and ask yourself some important questions. What do you truly want in life? What makes you feel happy and meaningful? Are you living according to your own wishes, or are you trying to please others? Are you clinging to an unhappy relationship for fear of loneliness or for fear of judgment? Are you neglecting yourself, your needs, and your dreams to please others? If your answer to these questions is yes, then perhaps it's time for you to change how you think, how you view love and relationships. Allow yourself the freedom to choose your own path, to be yourself, and begin the journey of discovering your true self. And no matter which path you choose, whether you choose to live single or in a relationship, the most important thing is that you're happy with your choice. Remember that you deserve to be loved, respected, and happy. Never let anyone or anything make you feel that you're not good enough. If you find what I've shared meaningful, please like and share this article. Please comment to share your thoughts, your experiences, or any questions you want to be answered. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you won't miss the next videos, where we'll explore the hidden corners of life together and find the true path to happiness. I understand that what I've just shared might not be easy to accept, especially for those in unhappy relationships or who are feeling pressure from society. But I hope you remember that you're not alone, that you always have the right to choose your own path, and you deserve to be happy. Love yourself, believe in yourself, and live a life you're proud of. And if you need a friend, someone to listen to, or someone to accompany you, I'm always here, ready to listen and share. Thank you for joining me on this journey.